I asked my director of football to suggest me a midfielder, and he suggested 3 of Dad's players. And there's no chance of any transfers there, unfortunately. Although maybe I would just have to wait a little bit because Dad has made his mind up about the new vacancy at Bayern Munich. He has decided to apply for the role in Germany and promptly got himself an interview.
Yes!
And just like that, Dad's time in the Premier League with Manchester United has come to an end. And there's new beginnings in Germany with Bayern Munich. And now Dad has money, he's in his element as well. First going for a new goalkeeper in Thibaut Courtois at Everton, eventually getting a deal done for £35 million. Next, he targets his main title challenger's best defender in Per Mertesacker, despite him being 34 for just $6 million. Stamping his intent to dominate Germany by signing the 20-year-old Nigerian striker Victor Osimhen for £17 million, who was already absolutely exceptional and rapid fast. Finishing up with a bid for a new right back and targeting Liverpool's Trent Alexander-Arnold and getting a bid accepted for £42.5 million. Louis van Gaal got sick of haunting Dad and decided to join AC Milan to haunt me instead in Italy. And that was because other jobs too popped up, like the Barcelona job that Manuel Pellegrini filled from AC Milan as Carlo Ancelotti left Barcelona to go to Benfica. The Werder Bremen role even came up, which was filled by Rafa Benitez, who left Juventus, who knocked me out of the cup last season. Dad ended up facing Werder Bremen twice at the start of the season too, with the first being a 7-3 win in the Super Cup, with the second being 2-2 until the 92nd minute, when new signing Victor Osimhen scored the winner. Well, Dad, you have a new club in Bayern Munich.
I'm pleased with this, to be honest with you. If you're going to go to Germany, you want to go to the best, so I got the job, so I'm pleased.
No, you didn't go to Werder Bremen, you went to Bayern Munich.
Well, we'll see what happens, won't we?
Well, yeah, absolutely. Now, a few other jobs came up as well. Jose Mourinho took your role. We also seen the Barcelona manager leave, Carlo Ancelotti.
Yeah. But that was after I took the Bayern job, so...
Yeah, he went to Benfica.
Yeah, that was a big surprise, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, I was all right with it. When it came out, I thought, oh no, but I'd already took the Bayern job, so...
Yeah.
I would have been a bit disappointed if I'd missed it and I was still at Man United.
Yeah.
I would have definitely left Man United to go to Barcelona.
Oh yeah, I think you'd have been silly not to. But
I'm happy where I am.
Yeah.
I've got a good side here, and I've bought a few good players, so I'm pleased.
All right, okay.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of those
This
players...
is the happiest I've been for a few seasons, though, put it that way.
Yeah. Speaking of those players, you've had a very busy window indeed. Now, you joined just at the start. You spent £241 million since you arrived.
I had £174 million as a kiddie, and I sold it. I didn't sell many players, I only sold a few, just to sort of like...
89 million.
Trim the squad off, really. Like, the ones that I really didn't need.
Yeah.
But I have kept a big squad, though, still.
Thibaut Courtois was your first man in.
Well, you know what I'm like for keepers. I've got to have a good keeper in my team.
Yeah.
And this guy fitted that bill straight away.
Now, eagle-eyed viewers may already know there's a Thibaut Courtois at Werder Bremen. And here he is. There's duplicates of him, Harry Kane, and somebody else. But
we're making sure we stick to the one with the proper skin with his face.
Yeah. Although I had already signed the other one at Werder Bremen without knowing that this one existed.
Yeah.
So that's the only occasion where that didn't happen.
Because I nearly bought the other Harry Kane, didn't I?
Yeah. Because there's 2 Harry Kanes, Thibaut Courtois, and there's another player as well there's Neymar. There's 2 Neymars, but the other one's terrible. It's really strange.
And the guy who sent us the message saying there's only 2 Harry Kanes, absolutely brilliant.
Yeah. So Victor Osimhen was your main signing, I think. £75 million. That's a cracking signing for a 20-year-old.
Yeah, this is the guy I'm hoping he's going to win the league for me.
Yeah, very pacey as you would expect. Great stamina, good finishing ability. Picked him up as well from Udinese, who he got 15 goals for last season. So straight off the bat, it's pretty good. Yeah. 75 million. He's got 3 and 3 for you so far. You also picked up this man who is a very good... I mean, Greece have a cracking team, by the way. Because I think they've got the centre-back that I signed at Valencia as a new gen. They got this guy who plays CDM. He's a really good defensive midfielder. Per Mertesacker weakening the opposition.
I needed a centre-back, and this was the guy I had in mind, and I thought straight away, if I can weaken the team that's just won the league, and for that price, I'd be silly not to.
Yeah, I mean, he's a bit of a beanpole now. He's 6'6", can't really run because he's 34, and he only has 11 strength, so it's kind of like he's fell over.
I still think he'll do the job for me.
Yeah, Federico Valverde, another name that we know, who's just 21 on here. Dad's picked him up really cheap for just 4.7
I've
million
just strengthened
pound.
the midfield, really. I mean, I've got a good midfield already, but this just helps to strengthen them up a bit.
Yeah, defence, you got Rentero,
Yeah.
who's a left-footed centre-back. And then, look at this one, Trent Alexander-Arnold.
Plays both sides, so I've covered both sides.
Yeah.
So he's already played left back for me as well this season.
Yes, £37.5 million. Seems like a bit of a steal as well.
Yeah.
Pepe, because you seen me nearly go for him, then realise he was non-EU, and I decided against it, and then you went for him instead because he's just £2 million.
And he covers both sides of the wings for me, so that's another ideal player. And that price.
And then this one's hilarious.
No,
£6
don't
million
talk to me
for
about this.
Fred.
Don't talk
And
to me
on the same day, we're not even joking, the day that he joined, broke his leg. The day he joined.
I was chuffed a bit to getting this guy. Was it like pay for 9 million? Was it? I paid for him.
God, yeah.
And he goes and does that.
It was amazing.
I mean, he was only going to be my backup midfield players as well, but I just thought, well, for 9 million, that's a hell of a buy, and he might just
6
get into
million even.
Well, 6 million. He might even get into my team, and then he does that. So I'm out for 2-3 months. But I've still got him in the team. He'll still be available for me from March. What we got? September, October, November.
Yeah.
From November
From the new
onwards.
year onwards.
Yeah. November onwards, he'll be all right.
But on the day he joined, didn't even get through one training session, broke his leg. Tactically then, Dad, this is how you're setting up for this season.
Well, they had 2 good wingers already there.
Yeah.
So I'll play with wingers. And I don't play with wingers very often, but...
No. I mean, your best 11 picks actually sticks Morata on the wing there, even though he is a main striker. I think he was top scorer last season with 17, but he does play from the right-hand side as well. You can see a few of your new signings coming in. Ilkay Gundogan is another player in the side that you've still got there. Bastian Schweinsteiger is still around from when I was there.
He's such a good winger as well, really.
Absolute legend he is as well. So yeah, it's a good lineup. Gael Clichy's there as well.
Quite happy with that.
And your schedule so far, you lost the first game to Gladbach, and the winner was a player that Dad sold to them just weeks before, £2.3 million. I love it when
that always comes back and kicks you, doesn't it?
Yeah. But you have already played Werder Bremen.
Twice.
Yeah. And you beat them twice.
So it's a good start, really.
Yeah. In the Cup, it was a 7-3 win, then a 9-0 win in the DFB Pokal, but that was the Super Cup, sorry.
Yeah.
And the Werder Bremen League game, 3-2 away from home, 92nd minute winner from Victor. Very good.
Yep.
He also scored 2 in the 5-0 win at home to Wolfsburg, where you only 1-0 up until the 87th minute and then won 5-0. So they've only got legs for 85 minutes and then they are screwed. So
I'm happy with the start. I'm happy with the start. All right, I've lost the one game, but you expect to lose about 4 or 5 games in this league and still be able to win it. So I'm all right. After beating the champions twice.
Porto, AZ Alkmaar, AEK Athens are in your Champions League group.
Should go through there, shouldn't I?
Yeah, so no hope of a UEFA Cup there, unfortunately, for you. But what about me? What have I been doing? Am I still at Lazio, you ask? Yes, I am. Thank you very much for asking. Now, I actually had a really nice transfer window where I didn't have to stress too much. I didn't sell too many players. I think only £24 million went out there, and it was kind of like a lot of loans as well. As I said I would do, a couple of midfielders left because I was bringing in a couple of midfielders, and Andrea Lucci and John Obi Mikel. So those 2 guys joined, of course. Then I signed I always get his name wrong. Luke Bacchio. Okay, he's even got my name in it, and I can't even say it.
That was a bit you struggled on.
Yeah, I know, yeah. Never heard of it. £7.75 million from Anderlecht. That's a good backup winger for me, to be honest, I think. Because I almost scrapped the winger because I was going to make another signing, but I didn't. Barbagallo, who is another winger who can play on that side. So I've got 2 wingers, but I also signed him because he plays on the left-hand side as well. Plus, he was Italian and only 20 years of age from Sampdoria, and he had a great season last year, 10 goals and 11 assists. Carlos Kameni, I'd look to try and improve my goalkeepers. There wasn't many around that wouldn't going to cost me over £100 million. The likes of Alisson and Ter Stegen, who I've already signed previously, were now mega money. Even De Gea at Man United was mega money. Lautaro Martinez, though, wasn't from Inter Milan. He was a non-EU player that I picked up as a striker. Absolutely phenomenal. Weakens my opposition of Inter Milan. How weird is it that he even went to Inter Milan like he usually does, like he did in real life, just a couple of seasons after. He scored 15 goals last year in the Serie A, only at 19 years of age. He's got 2 for me already in 4, and he hasn't even started those 4 games. He's only started 2 of them. So it's a great start for Lautaro. Really good start. And then finally, Marquinhos, your old mate from Manchester United. I needed better options at the back. He signed for me on the same day is he played for Man United because I couldn't use him in a game. I literally signed and confirmed. I thought, I signed literally on the day that I need him as well. Bang, go into the game, unavailable because he played the same day. And I thought, where? And he played at Old Trafford against Arsenal in a 0-0 draw. So he literally signed. He played at 12:30, and then jumped on a plane straight from there. Didn't even make any sign. There we go. £49 million. I've changed tactics slightly. I've gone for a switcheroo in the midfield there. So I've got a deep line playmaker with Lucci because he is left-footed. So I moved that across there. So my best 11. It doesn't put Lautaro Martinez in the team, but I think a strike three, like a three striker formation, I wouldn't have had enough depth in there. And I kind of wanted to keep my wingers going because the tactic itself last year, I was just close, no cigar, really, I think. So Mbappe, Villa, and, of course, Lautaro Martinez up front. Those three can interchange, as well as Goran Pandev for that experience. Sane on the left, Douglas Costa on the right. João Moutinho can hopefully get more game time because he's complained about that. And then Marquinhos and Laporte at the back. Should be absolutely fine. My schedule. I started off against Inter Milan. This was before I signed. Oh, no, I did sign Lautaro Martinez because he actually played in the game, sorry. He got a 7.2 rating, even though we lost 3-0. Not great. 5-0 against Napoli, though. Kicked it back off. 5-1 against Sampdoria. Okay, we're all good.
Yeah,
Messina, 4-0. Yeah. Then it's AC Milan next, and that's the tough one. Obviously, they lost their manager, and Louis van Gaal joined. So, not looking forward to trying to beat Louis van Gaal.
Because I hope he haunts you like he haunted me.
I was going to say, he caused you a lot of trouble, and they've made some good signings, such as Rafael Varane, my former player. A best bud of mine. I signed him twice. So I might struggle against AC Milan this season. I think that could be the one that at the end of the season might cost me the league. They already won the league last year. They got a better manager in. And I think they might cost me this season. They're unbeaten so far, as is Udinese, who again have a decent team. So backs against the wall for the both of us. We're both in new countries, so there's lots of things for us to win. I need to win both in this country. Dad didn't even win anything in the last country, and he still left. But of course, Champions League, I don't have to worry about that. I'm in a group with Real Madrid, Stuttgart, and Celtic. I've won all the European competitions. It's all down to what I can do in Italy right now, and Dad's got stuff to do in Germany, as well as a UEFA Cup, which doesn't look like he's going to drop into.
No.
So let's see what happens. The following fixture at the San Siro for my Lazio team was a fantastic battle between two elite clubs, and I had the golden advantage of being 3-1 up. But then I threw it all away, as Adam Ujek scored a hat-trick in the second half to win the game for AC Milan, including 2 goals in stoppage time. But I did follow that up with an 11-0 win. And outside of a remarkable 4-0 loss to Porto in the Champions League, Dad literally hasn't dropped any games, going on an insane winning streak, which by the new year already sees his Bayern Munich side running away with the Bundesliga.
Nice.
My Lazio team wasn't doing too bad either, outside of a couple of draws of Siena and Udinese, and we sit in second place, still just 3 points behind the champions AC Milan. I didn't play AC Milan next until the first weekend of February, where we fell behind because of an own goal, but we dominated the fixture, and it wasn't long before we equalised thanks to Villa. But from the AC Milan kickoff, seconds later Mbappe punks on a mistake and lobs the keeper to win the game. Even still, a couple of draws in January and another at the start of March, and AC Milan cling on to their top spot by 4 points. But this is where the season got incredibly interesting for the both of us, because we had both reached the Champions League semi-final and managed to avoid each other. And while I looked to bank myself in the final with a first leg win, Dad is trailing Barcelona. It wasn't the only final we had to look forward to either, however, as Dad had reached the DFB Pokal final too to face Gladbach. Oh, and I also had a cup final to play too in the Coppa Italia against AC Milan. In the second leg of the Champions League, despite Dad's Bayern Munich side conceding an early goal, they still fought back and scored 4 goals of their own in Munich to mount the full comeback, meaning they beat Barcelona 7-6 on aggregate, while I also defeated Arsenal, meaning it's a Champions League final against each other in Germany, held at Dortmund Stadium. But on German soil or not, my Lazio team was prepared to shock the world as we completely destroyed Dad's Bayern Munich team, scoring 2 goals in each half without being put under much threat at all, or having to pick the ball out of our own goal. We were rampant, and lifted the Champions League trophy, winning 4-0 on the night. Have you ever seen a more one-sided final than that?
Gutted.
It was even played in Germany.
Absolutely gutted. I can't win a cup to save my life, can I?
4-0.
I am just jinxed with cups.
Yeah. Well, 4-0 in the Champions League final. I think that's my 4th Champions League final in a row.
I think so, yeah.
3rd in 4 years as well, which isn't too bad either. Now, into the other stuff. I won another cup. The Coppa Italia. Bang! That's one that I really needed against AC Milan. 3-1 in Rome. That was a good result.
Yes, definitely. Yeah. They got hell of a side.
Yeah.
Ronaldo scored their goal again, so he's still looking good as well, isn't he?
Unfortunate that they managed to just keep plugging out wins in the Serie A. And Louis van Gaal's caused me a bit of trouble.
He's done me a big favour there.
Yeah. I mean, I can't be too mad because I've got a competition under the belt. And I'm actually enjoying my time at Lazio.
Yeah.
So another year, I'm not like, oh, God, another year. Like you kind of was at Manchester United.
Yeah, just okay, yeah.
But it's just annoying that I was so close because these last 2 games here, Udinese and Juventus, where I've lost, has cost me the league title and cost me a remarkable treble because I went on a run for so long where I hadn't lost a game.
Yeah.
All the way in since AC Milan in September. So
good run, yeah.
That was, for not even in any competition up until that Udinese game. In the Champions League then, I knocked out Arsenal in the semi-final while you were knocking out Barcelona. 7-6 on aggregate as well.
A good home win.
Yeah.
4-1 to knock them out.
In the quarter-final, while you were knocking out Villarreal, I was knocking out Real Madrid.
So we knocked out the big 2 Spanish sides.
We did, yeah. So it was a good bit of run for us.
Yeah.
You knocked out Juventus there. I was knocking out West Ham, who managed to get into the round of 16.
See, Valencia beat Man United as well, so I'm pleased with that.
That was my old team beating your old team. Lovely stuff. Werder Bremen was beating Lyon 6-5 as well. Lots of different stories going on.
Yeah.
But I couldn't get it done. That's annoying. But never mind. Another year.
That helps me at big stuff.
Another season with young Kylian Mbappe leading the line for me. Looking absolutely incredible. And he does look absolutely incredible now at 21 years of age. He got 33 goals for me this season. 29 from Villa, who also looks absolutely insane. Lautaro Martinez off the bench got 28. And he's not complaining about the lack of first-team football. So those 3 are good to go for next year. Now, Douglas Costa did actually do really well with 20 assists, even though I was thinking about getting rid of them last year. Yeah, a lot of good performances this year. I think I just need to check. I don't know what I need to change for the league form, but I need to change something. I need to do something so that I can overcome AC Milan, because I don't know what it is yet, but I'm struggling against AC Milan in that league. They've beat me twice. Now in the last couple of seasons. I mean, it's been difficult.
They were the team that I feared, weren't they, when I was at Roma?
Yeah.
And I had to get it done that season because I felt they were going to come through and do what they're doing.
Yeah.
So
I might just have to go balls out, all attack, kind of like what I did at Valencia.
Yeah.
And just go for it in this not final year, but in this 3rd season, while I'm in Italy. Dad, your first season at Bayern Munich.
Yeah.
How did it go? Well, you won the league. 86 points.
Never looked in trouble. Look how bad the rest of the league done.
20. That was a gimme.
Yeah. I mean, you literally have got to try and get into these leagues sometimes, and hopefully the teams around you just fail, and they did miserably this season.
God, yeah. You didn't even have a top scorer.
No.
Makes no
sense. I was scoring
a
lot of goals, mind you, so I had to imagine I just shared it around.
Yeah.
But, yeah. I'm pleased with that.
Victor Anachibi's up there. Bloody hell.
At least I got 1 trophy in the cabinet.
Yeah.
That I've been waiting for a long time for. I mean, like I said at the beginning of the season as well, you can afford to lose 4 games in this league and we still win the league, and I did.
Yeah.
I only drew 2, and I think that's what won me the league, really.
But you will be staying in Germany because you didn't get the DFB Pokal.
Got to the final, and look what team beat me. Well, look what team hammered me.
5-1
Who was the team that beat me the first game of the season?
Yeah. And they only finished in 6th place on 57 points.
Absolutely. When I got to the final of both the Champions League final and that final, I was praying that I would win one of them. That one. I thought that'd be job done and I can get out of Germany.
That's right, yeah.
So but now
you're
I'm there
gonna move on?
I'm there for another season. I might as well stay. I've got a really good team. I've got a really good transfer budget. So
121 million.
I've got an idea who I'm going to buy already. A couple of players I'm going to buy already, and I'm just going to do the same as you. Really, I've just got to make sure I'm really strong in certain areas to make sure I go on and win.
Yeah, I mean, you got a cup competition. They're always more difficult to win, as we've established.
Yeah, you can't afford to lose one game, and that's it, innit? So
bit harder, I guess.
Where you're sort of going to be more out and out, I might have to be a little bit more conservative. Yeah.
You had a lot of goal scorers, which is I think this is why you can afford to be conservative, because you know Victor Osman, Morata, Raul Jimenez, they're scoring goals. 20 goals, 24 from your winger there, Bernardeschi, 25
that's brilliant,
from both Morata and Osman. Yeah, they're sharing the goals around, so that's not too bad. You know, Trent got 12 assists. He's had a great season. Bit of development in there too. So, you know, you've got the players. They're all young too. You haven't got an aging team. You've actually built the side really well.
Yeah.
Where the ones that are old, I mean, the only one you really need to think about, to be honest, is Schweinsteiger.
Yeah.
But he's not retiring.
No.
He got 20 goals and 19 assists.
And he's still good.
He's still good. He's 30. He's just more of a, like a playmaker.
He's going to be a good backup for me.
Yeah,
if I bring in another world-class player.
Yeah, you got 121 million pound to replace Mertesacker and Schweinsteiger's positions.
Yeah.
Because all of these, all right, there's a lot of them which says like 33, but they're not your starting 11. They're just the ones that you were forced to play because of injuries and lack of registration purposes in the Champions League. That's why they're in
you go down to the
11.
bottom. Fred's still injured.
Yeah.
I don't know.
From the original broken leg. No, imagine that.
He didn't actually play.
He didn't play a game all year.
So I don't know what happened there.
Just kept getting injured.
Did he just get to come back getting another injury?
He had fractured lower leg, which was there, and then he's only just been out with damaged kneecap. He just hasn't played. He's never played.
I mean, I did bring him in to be a backup from on midfield. Yeah. And obviously that's what he was, but when he...
and the rest.
He wasn't available when we did need him.
Yeah, he couldn't even do the water boy. So yeah, I guess that's what you need to focus on for next year.
Definitely,
unless you want to go to Valencia.
Did I see the Man United job?
No, that was the assistant manager.
Oh, was it? All right.
The Valencia manager job, though,
Jurgen Klinsmann's league
is available. They have sacked their manager, who was Victor Fernandez, who took over from me after leaving Werder Bremen, Liverpool.
Well, that's the thing. We can only take over from each other after there's been another manager in place, isn't it?
In between, yeah. He won the Super Cup, and that is it. While I was there, I won 8 cups and a league, including obviously the Champions League twice.
Yeah.
So this is very much still the same team. They still have Cesc Fabregas. They still have Mohamed Salah. And they have £202 million in the bank. They've still got Alisson. They've still got Lukaku. They've even got the Greek centre-back that I signed. Probably the best centre-back in the world. Marco Reus is still there. Monet Paquette is still there.
It's just such a shame I lost that cup final, isn't it?
Yeah. Because that would have been such an easy out for you. Yeah. They've even signed Bernardo Silva since I've been gone.
Yeah.
So they've done really well. Now they're without a manager because they finished in 3rd place, 87 points. And that was enough to sack him.
I don't know.
That's the first time Barcelona's won the league in a while. And obviously they've just introduced a new manager in Manuel Pellegrini, who left AC Milan. So he's done well there. There's not many occasions where a big job in Spain comes up.
But that's the problem, isn't it? I've got a big job in Germany. I mean, I might leave Germany to go to there. And I might struggle to win that
go
cup.
Back to Germany.
Yeah. I mean, at least I know I've got by far. When you go on the league status, I got by far the best team in Germany at the moment.
Yeah, it's just the cup you need to get hold of. Well, what's going to happen then? Will Dan make a decision and maybe even go to Spain, or will he stay here and get that DFB Pokal? And I've got a business to do with that Dan AC Milan, who's causing us a lot of trouble throughout this whole Retro Glory Hunter. But there is a couple of trophies to add to the trophy cabinets of our Retro Glory Hunters, and it comes one each. Let's have a look. That's 4 total Champions Leagues won already, but more importantly, it's a Coppa Italia to add to my Retro Glory Hunter cabinet. Bad loss there from Dad, and he might actually see this as a bad season despite winning and adding the Bundesliga trophy to his cabinet this season too. On to season number 14.